Everybody always laughed at Guitar Center. Oh, you know, you go and you hear somebody playing and it's super loud and this guy's playing at volume 11. I know what I would buy from Guitar Center if they're closing. What's going on, YouTube? I'm sure a lot of you have heard that Guitar Center just declared bankruptcy. Let's talk about it. What does that actually mean? So what has happened is that Guitar Center now cannot pay off their loan because they have so many different business locations and stores that they might be closing. Guitar Center has over 10,000 employees. So with 10,000 new people going to be unemployed, it's going to affect the music industry in particular set of ways. So if 300 stores close, anyway, mind you, Guitar Center is a major retailer of musical instruments. It's gonna ripple down into the whole chain of music industry and instrument. So I'm a big fan of Guitar Center, even though it is a corporation. Their policies were always very good. I was able to try out the instruments. I never felt any pressure to purchase things or felt like I was being watched. Everybody always laughed at Guitar Center. Oh, you know, you go and you hear somebody playing and it's super loud and this guy's playing at volume 11. But now with the store closing, where are we actually going to be able to go and try the instruments before we buy them? With the pandemic and the way society has been changing, a lot of things have moved online. Now that things are online, most people are purchasing their instruments online without trying them. Amazon has recently released a new series of guitar pedals that I'm sure some of you have heard about, but it's definitely gonna affect the music industry in so many ways, because with over 300 locations and online, Guitar Center has basically took a lot of instruments that Gibson or Fender would really lose in this new change. With 300 stores not having to stock their shelves with hundreds of instruments, you're suddenly going to see an effect throughout the entire music industry. Now, mind you, there's so many other brands that will also be affected, like perhaps Yamaha or Roland or any other brand you're a fan of. They will be affected by this change if Guitar Center cannot pay their loan. I truly hope that Guitar Center is able to pay their loan and continue being in business. I do not want to see them go. Of course, I'm sure there's some people that are watching right now who are thinking, well, they're going out of business. They're going to have a great sale to liquidate their assets and their stock, right? That's wonderful. But I do think it's for the better if they do stay open and they continue business as usual, because how are you going to try your new instruments without playing them? I think you definitely want to feel it. You want to hear it. Each instrument is different. With Guitar Center closing its doors, it's just going to mean there's suddenly going to be less people that are in the music industry that are working. It's going to be less instruments we can try. It's going to destroy a certain sense of community that has existed for so many years. I think it's going to have a trickle-down effect or a ripple effect. You're going to see one part of the industry affected. So that means prices of guitars might actually go up after the initial price drop you might see at Guitar Center. Because they are closing, you will start to see perhaps a scarcity of instruments. You might see a lack of a prevalence of certain instruments you thought were available and you took for granted up until that point. I'm hoping that the lawyers and the entire team at Guitar Center, Guitar Center is a corporation, so their structure is very much corporate, meaning I know what I would buy from Guitar Center if they're closing. There is 4 around where I live that are all very accessible by car or even through other transportation. I think it's going to be very sad to see them go, and I know I have friends who are employed by Guitar Center and who depend on them for income. I do think some people will like to see them go, but I think it would just be better for everybody involved for them to stay open. Hey, so thanks for watching my channel. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment if I missed anything, and stay tuned for more.